Tony Greig was a prominent English cricketer, born on October 6, 1946, in Queenstown, South Africa, to a family of Scottish descent. He moved to England in the 1960s, where he began his cricketing career and soon became one of the most recognized all-rounders in the world. Greig played county cricket for Sussex, where he made a mark with his aggressive style, exceptional batting, and valuable contributions as a bowler. He made his debut for England in 1972, showcasing his all-round abilities, and quickly became an integral part of the team. Greig was known for his aggressive attitude, both on and off the field. He made his Test debut for England in 1972 against Australia at Lord's, and soon established himself as a key figure in the English cricket setup. A tall, strong batsman, Greig's playing style was characterized by his attacking shots and ability to take the game to the opposition. As a bowler, he could produce a menacing bouncer, making him a valuable asset in England's bowling attack. His ability to switch between roles as both a bowler and a batsman made him one of the most versatile players of his time. During the 1970s, Greig became known for his involvement in the famous Packer Revolution, which saw him become a major figure in the controversial breakaway competition known as World Series Cricket. Greig's participation in World Series Cricket, founded by media mogul Kerry Packer, created a rift between the English and Australian boards, but it also revolutionized the sport. His involvement in the breakaway competition significantly altered the professional landscape of cricket, and it led to improved player wages and better television coverage of the sport worldwide. Despite the controversy surrounding his involvement with World Series Cricket, Greig's career with England continued to shine. He captained England from 1975 to 1977, leading them through several memorable Test series, including a historic series win against the West Indies in 1976. His leadership, however, was sometimes questioned due to his polarizing character and on-field tactics, which at times seemed overly combative or aggressive. Nevertheless, he led England with great passion and energy. As a player, Greig was known for his personal statistics. He played in 58 Test matches for England, scoring 3,599 runs at an average of 40.43, with 8 centuries and 20 half-centuries. He also contributed with the ball, taking 141 wickets at an average of 32.20, with a best of 8 for 43. His achievements in one-day internationals, ODIs, were equally impressive, as he made 2,197 runs and took 26 wickets in 22 matches. Greig's performances were notable for their consistency, and he became one of the leading all-rounders in the history of the game. However, his career ended in 1977 after a dispute with the England and Wales Cricket Board, ECB, largely related to his involvement in World Series Cricket. Following his departure from the England team, Greig continued to play professionally, primarily in Australia, where he spent the later years of his career. Greig later made a successful transition into broadcasting, where he became one of the most iconic voices in cricket commentary. His career in broadcasting lasted for decades, and he became a household name through his work with Channel 9 in Australia. Known for his deep knowledge of the game and his colorful commentary style, Greig gained respect as an analyst and broadcaster. He was praised for his ability to provide insightful observations while also maintaining an engaging and entertaining presence on screen. His catchphrase, "That's the way I see it," became synonymous with his broadcasting style, and he was loved for his passionate, often boisterous commentary. In addition to his cricket career, Greig also worked to improve the commercialization of cricket, promoting the game to a wider audience and championing initiatives that help bring greater financial reward to the sport. His legacy is not just confined to his playing career, but extends to his significant contributions in shaping modern cricket broadcasting. Greig's life was not without personal challenges. In 2012, Tony Greig was diagnosed with lung cancer, a battle that he fought with characteristic bravery. His death on December 29, 2012, at the age of 66, sent shockwaves through the cricketing world. He was remembered not only for his achievements on the field, but also for his contributions off it, leaving a lasting impact on the world of cricket as a player, commentator, and advocate for the game. Tony Greig's legacy remains one of the most memorable in the history of cricket. His unique blend of playing skill, leadership, and post-retirement influence ensured that he would always be associated with both the traditional and modern developments in cricket. His death was a major loss to the cricket community, but his influence continues to resonate, and his contributions to the sport are still celebrated today. Tony Greig's impact on cricket extended beyond the playing field and into the broader development of the sport, particularly in terms of its commercialization and global reach. His role as a pioneer in cricket broadcasting helped shape the way the game was presented to audiences worldwide. His partnership with Australian broadcasting legend Richie Bernard on Channel 9's coverage became a fixture in the cricketing world. Together, they helped elevate the standard of commentary, blending in-depth analysis with entertainment, and drawing both casual viewers and die-hard fans into the game. His presence as a broadcaster was also marked by his ability to offer candid, insightful commentary on both players and match situations. Whether it was the thrill of a dramatic wicket, the tension of a high-stakes match, or a lighter moment in a test series, Greig's vibrant and engaging style endeared him to millions of cricket fans across the globe. His understanding of the game was profound, and his transition from the field to the commentary box was seamless, making him one of the most respected voices in the sport. Greig's career was also marked by his charitable work. Throughout his life, he was involved in various initiatives aimed at helping young cricketers and promoting the sport to younger generations. He supported the growth of grassroots cricket and advocated for the development of facilities and programs that would allow more young people to get involved in the game. His role in the wider cricketing community went beyond personal achievement, as he sought to improve the environment in which future generations could enjoy and excel at the sport. While Greig's time as a player was relatively short-lived due to his controversial departure from international cricket, his post-retirement contributions helped solidify his place as a key figure in the evolution of the sport. He remained a firm advocate for change and development in cricket, whether it was through his involvement in World Series cricket, his innovative approach to commentary, or his efforts to popularize the game globally. Tony Greig's career was one that spanned many facets of cricket, playing, leading, pioneering, and broadcasting. His name became synonymous with the sport, and his passionate love for cricket shone through in every role he undertook. Even after his passing, his legacy lived on in the players he mentored, the audiences he captivated, and the enduring impact he had on the game. He is remembered as a true trailblazer in every sense of the word, someone who was not afraid to challenge the norms of his time and who consistently sought to improve the sport he loved. Tony Greig's passing at the age of 66 was not just a loss of a cricketing legend. It was the loss of a person who had touched so many lives within the cricketing world and beyond. His courage in the face of illness, combined with his enduring commitment to the sport, ensured that he would always be remembered as a true icon of the game. In the years following his passing, Tony Greig's contributions to cricket continued to be celebrated, particularly in the way the sport evolved and the impact he had on its global appeal. His influence extended well beyond the boundaries of his own career, with many modern-day players and commentators citing him as an inspiration. As a player, Greig's fearless approach to the game and his unwavering commitment to success served as a model for future generations. He broke barriers with his boldness, whether in his batting style or his outspoken personality. His leadership of England was not always universally admired, but it was never questioned in terms of passion or determination. The example he set in his approach to the game, combining aggression with skill, was one that would influence cricketers who followed him, particularly in the way the game began to change during the 1980s and beyond, with the increasing rise of more attacking, dynamic cricketers. His contribution to World Series cricket, though controversial at the time, paved the way for greater commercialization of the sport. Through his participation in the breakaway competition, Greig helped to bring much-needed attention and financial backing to cricket, ultimately improving player wages, broadcasting deals, and the professionalization of the sport. World Series cricket marked a turning point in the game's global commercial appeal, and Greig's role as a central figure in this movement cannot be understated. His involvement in the initiative not only shaped cricket in the 1970s, but also had a lasting effect on how the sport was played, broadcast, and consumed. Greig's iconic commentary style was characterized by his enthusiasm, knowledge, and flair. He was widely regarded as one of the best cricket commentators of his generation, able to bring a sense of excitement and accessibility to matches. His larger-than-life personality, combined with his deep understanding of the game, made him an invaluable presence during major cricketing events, including the Ashes series, the World Cup, and various international tours. His commentary resonated with audiences from all backgrounds, and he became a voice that many fans associated with the sport itself. Moreover, Tony Greig's reputation as a true advocate for the sport was not confined to his on-air role. He worked tirelessly to promote cricket, particularly in countries where the game had not traditionally been as popular. Greig's contributions helped raise the profile of cricket in places such as Australia, the Caribbean, and parts of Asia. His involvement in charity work, as well as his push for greater diversity and inclusion within the cricketing community, ensured that his legacy was not solely about his cricketing feats, but about his ongoing desire to grow the game in all corners of the world. In the years since his death, numerous tributes have poured in from former teammates, rivals, and cricketing organizations. His legacy is honored in various forms, whether through memorials, scholarships for young cricketers, or through the continued broadcasts where his influence still resonates. The tributes reflect the admiration he earned for his contributions to the game, not just as a player, but as someone who sought to bring about positive change in the sport. Today, Tony Greig is remembered not only as a player who played an instrumental role in shaping modern cricket, but also as a charismatic figure whose impact extended far beyond his playing days. Whether through his leadership, his broadcasting career, or his tireless advocacy for the development of the sport, his presence continues to loom large over the world of cricket. His contributions to the game remain an indelible part of cricket's history, and his memory will continue to inspire future generations of players, broadcasters, and fans alike. Tony Greig's legacy lives on, a testament to the enduring power of his passion for cricket and his undeniable influence on the sport. Tony Greig's legacy also includes the ways in which he helped shape the relationship between cricketers and the media. In an era when the intersection between sport and media was still evolving, Greig became one of the first high-profile cricketers to embrace the full potential of television and public exposure. He understood the importance of maintaining a connection with the audience, using his larger-than-life persona to make cricket not just a game, but an experience for viewers. This was particularly important as the game moved into the realm of global television broadcasting, which was rapidly changing how the world interacted with cricket. Greig's role as a bridge between cricket's traditional values and its commercial future helped lay the foundation for the modern era of the sport. His outspoken nature and willingness to challenge the status quo were sometimes seen as controversial, but they also served to push the sport forward. He was a player who was never afraid to voice his opinion or to confront the authorities when he believed changes were necessary. In that way, he mirrored the same boldness he exhibited as a cricketer. One of his lasting contributions to the game was the rise of the concept of the all-rounder as a valuable and essential player. Though there had always been all-rounders in cricket, Greig's skill in both batting and bowling set a new standard. His success on both fronts helped show that versatility could be a powerful asset in international cricket. As the game evolved, especially with the advent of limited overs formats like one-day internationals and T20s, the importance of well-rounded players became even more pronounced. Greig's style of play had a direct influence on future players who sought to master both bat and ball, following in his footsteps as multidimensional cricketers. Tony Greig's commitment to the game extended well beyond his personal achievements. He actively sought ways to give back to the cricketing community, particularly through mentoring younger players and supporting emerging talent. His efforts in this regard were particularly evident in his post-playing career, where he took on a role of ambassador for the sport. Greig's focus on encouraging young cricketers and developing cricket at the grassroots level ensured that his influence stretched across the entire cricketing spectrum, from international stars to young aspirants starting their journey in the sport. In recognition of his contributions to cricket, several honors were bestowed upon him. Greig was inducted into the Cricket Hall of Fame, an acknowledgement of both his cricketing and broadcasting achievements. He was also recognized by the ECB, England and Wales Cricket Board, and other cricketing institutions for his work in promoting and popularizing the game globally. Following his death, Tony Greig's name continued to be honored in various ways, not only in the cricketing community, but also in popular culture. Various tournaments and charity events have been held in his name, ensuring that his spirit and passion for the game live on. The cricketing world came together to celebrate the life and career of a man who had left an indelible mark on the sport.